Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to a new series. Well, not a new series. Well, I've done a live stream of this thing, and we had about 80 people watching, so I thought I'd bring this back for an actual Let's Play series. So every, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't know yet, we're going to be playing Transport Fever. The whole point of this is to build up your own business, and basically just make money as the business. You transport goods, people via train, plane, automobile, and I think that's it. Plane, yeah. Oh, and boat. In this map here, I think we're on normal difficulty on a large map. It's classified as flat, but as you can see here, as we zoom in, it's not so flat. So we're gonna zoom around here real quick and just take a look to see. So we got a bit of a lake with a road. If I pause real quick, because we only start with 3 million bucks. Oh, there is a way I should be able to. As you can tell, I haven't played in a while. Here we go. Topographical. There's street traffic. Here we go. So everything in green is where we can send our boats. Boats early on really don't make you that much money. And it looks like we have just a small little river going through, so I don't know if we're actually going to utilize boats that much. If we had two towns near the river, we might. Like maybe Maltby here and Stone. Have a boat going back and forth, maybe. Got a couple mods. We have the Industrial Tycoon mod, which means I can build my own industry if I want to make money that way. You build the industry and then you basically ship the goods. A couple different vehicle mods. I have a mod that turns off the roads connecting every town and village, but they will actually over time generate roads towards one another. The road basically just attach the road, or just attach the village. You'll see the roads going out towards one another slowly, which I don't mind. Early on, it's wow, that's quite the little hill. Early on, it's no big deal. You just have to remember is you have a short time before the towns get big enough that they actually get to one another. Once they get to one another, you're going to lose out on a lot of money that you can use to ship people, to transport people back and forth from one town to another. But we're actually going to look at the biggest towns possible. So the town of Stone is our current, well, there you go, is our current largest town. The next one is the town of Dis. Dis town is not within a good range. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way over. Oh, actually, yes, it is. It's right there. We can actually Stone in there. I'm not going to do boats because boats, they're going to have issues right here, and they're not going to make us that much money. But it's a pretty much flat shot right across here, and almost a straight shot actually. So we're probably going to build very, very simple people movers for now. We're going to probably put our train station on this side here, on Stone, and over here on this town, and connect the two, and then build a very simple little route connecting everybody. And they got a small little road in the middle of town there. Good to know. Okay, so first things first, we're going to build ourselves our train network. I forget how to rotate. There we go. N and M. We're basically just going to put it out like, well, actually, no, I want to put a little bit of a road out first. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to connect it more or less like this. Perfect. And then I'm going to connect temporarily that. That's just going to be basically where we buy our trains and stuff from. We might have to take out a loan, just so you guys know, early on. We're actually going to put just a regular bus stop there. We're going to put another one there and another one there, I think. No, actually, you're being moved closer to the middle of town. Right there. So people will basically go here, here, and here. Later on, we'll do like the full bus stations and stuff like that. For the meantime, don't really have to worry. The problem here is that people are going to naturally just walk to the train station. So this is basically to pick up people to take them into town. Maybe people that live over there, for example. We have the whole town pretty much covered, which is good. We need a station to transport or to start the transporting of our vehicles here. Really? If you hold shift, you can actually control. Screw it, we'll put it there. Upgrade. That's new. Okay. Figure that out in a second. And we're going to move down to the town here. Bring this road out a little bit. Build this train station here. Hey, mother.
Hey. What you working on?
It's a business game. This is the game that Jonas called me a nerd because you actually sit there and look at finances and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently I'm a nerd.
Playing this one for fun?
No, I'm recording it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You usually have your headset on when you're recording.
I'm using the microphone here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have fun.
Oh, I will strive to endeavor to reach my entertainment value.
Okay.
We're not too worried about businesses right now. Ooh. Industries over there. So maybe make people go across, then come down and do a quick turn that way. Only want to keep things at about 3 stops for now. And then we're going to build the train line, which is going to be the most expensive part of all this. On this side, we've got to actually go across the bridge, which it naturally did on its own. We're actually well, we're not worried about road boats right now, so that's really low. Oh yeah, we're not worried about. We have to go around this for now. Later on, we'll. So 120 is the speed, the max speed that a train can hit on this thing. Perfect. Later on, you can actually like attach them to roads, which is really cool. So you can actually have a road running parallel to this, like if you have bus service or something. Okay. Yeah. We still got 2.27 million. We're gonna stone. Interesting. I wonder if it like changes what kind of things you can buy. So first things first, we're gonna buy a train. And we're gonna buy 3 things for it. For each town, we're only going to buy a couple of horse wagons. They're 25k each. 3. You know what? We'll buy 4 for each town. That'll give us around 300 grand to run if we end up running into a bit of a deficit. 1, 2, 3. I grabbed 3 there too, right? No, you. No, we grabbed 4. Okay. 4. Now we're going to set up our lines. First things first. New line is going to be obviously our train coming from this town to that town. No vehicle on it yet, which is no big deal. We tell this train, hey, I'm going to set you to line 1. It's paused, so nothing's going to happen. And then we set up another line, which is going to be in the primary town here, which is going to say, hey, I want you to go here, here, and here. And it'll constantly go in a circle, which is pretty good. We close that, and that's everyone from the Stone Depot. Set line, everyone goes to line 2. One thing I like about this is it's very simple. And we'll go here, we say, oh, no, we're going to set a line still. We're going to say, go here, go there, and then go there. Later on, this also gives you the ability to extend, depending on which way the towns and roads go. Close that out, pick this road depot. No, it used to never be there. You're going to line 3. I'm going to change up the colors as well. Rail's going to be black. One town here is going to be red. Yeah, we'll just go for the colors there. And you can stay. You're going to go dark green for now. And as we work down, we'll change the gradient to the color. Alright, so for the short term, we are going to lose money, but the plan is to extend the rail line, probably to Ramsgate here, and then spin it down this way. So basically, we're going to try and do basically a nice big loop around the 3 of them. Because we're going to have this thing coming down this way, cut through what I'm assuming is a... Well, actually, that's not so bad. Our trains may have some issues with that. I think Ramsgate was number 3 on the list. Nope. But it's down here. It's under 33, so it's only 20 people less. That's no big deal. And it will be easier to actually extend from Dis to Ramsgate first, or Dis. And then from Ramsgate, we're going to probably put it down here and have it spin around this way. But we spent already a lot of our money, so we're going to hit play. You guys are going to see us slowly lose money over the first little bit. What I usually do is I'll open up these things here. That tells me of all our stations, which ones have passengers. This tells me who's made money. This tells me how much money we actually have. It's a good thing in this game to pay back your debts as soon as possible because you pay money against your debts, obviously. And there we go. So this kind of gives us a good way. This game I find is very, very cathartic. You kind of get very relaxed and all that stuff. So right now, nothing's happening. One thing this game does is it actually generates the demand. So if you're doing something, it will then generate the people. You can see people walking around right now. So we have Ibram Hughes. He's going to work. He works in an industrial building over there. So it's a good way to kind of figure out where people are going and what they're doing and all that stuff as well. Click on this. This guy's going to work. He works way down there. So no one looks like they want it from here, wants to walk all the way over here to take this, basically our little guy here. Interesting. So these guys are more willing to walk all the way down through town at the moment than actually pay us. I'm wondering if we should add maybe a stop right here somewhere. Right in the middle of the... Well, that's exactly what we're actually going to do. And then what you can do to change things up, now you go to your lines. We're going to say line 3. No, sorry, line 2. After Johnson's Road, I want to add that stop. And that's it. Nope. And there we go. The town of Dis already has one person waiting, which is good. And there we go. So the other town is already starting up a lot more people than this town is. Sometimes it takes a little while for things to go. Sometimes it doesn't. But that kind of has that going. And the town of, looks like a lot of people are... Yeah. Watching the people walk kind of tells you, kind of gives you a good idea. This person's going home. So it might be a good idea to set up another spot here maybe, but there's not that many people. It's not as busy as this spot right here is. Like this intersection. And there we go. Stone's now starting to get more passengers as well. When it's just the name of the town, that's actually the railroad, which is pretty good. Like it says cargo, 3 people. There we go. We're starting to get there. It'll take us a little while to earn some money. That's why I usually give myself a buffer around 300k. One of the things you have to learn about this game is it takes a while for you to generate your income. It takes a while for you to generate that demand for stuff. It takes a little bit. It takes time. It's just one of those things. One thing you can always do is click on the name of a town, and it shows you what they're asking for. Right now, 4% of the population is being serviced in the city of Stone, which is very poor. We want it obviously 100%. Well, now we're at 30%. Wow, interesting. I think that's our coverage, actually. Sorry, of the town. Oh, present random pass using at least one of your lines. There we go. So at least 30%. So basically 30% of people, when they're doing something, so say they're going from work to home to shop, at least one of those things that they're doing, they're using one of our lines. So right now we're covering basically 30% of need, which to me is actually not that bad. So right now the town's growing, which is good. There's 154 jobs. And right now, obviously, we haven't covered anything for the industry or the residential, like the shopping facilities. Food is usually a good thing to start on early on. We might do that. There is some livestock stuff here and here. But there's a food processing plant all the way down here. There's another thing there. Well, there's a food pro. Oh, we might be able to. I try to being these are my 3 primary areas of my 3 first initial towns. I usually want to get the people moving first, and then maybe from there try to do industry. Problem here is that food is always a good secondary to start with, because every town needs food. But it's trying to get them the food is the hard part. We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a processor right there. We might be able to use this if we actually expand it this way instead. We can include the town of Burton in our. I usually go 3 town groups, so we can go like Burton, this, and Stone, and then truck the. No, we can't truck in because our vehicles are super slow. So yeah, right now we're probably just gonna go with people moving, and then once we get into like the 60s, or even like a little further down where we actually have trucks that actually can move, we might start shipping things into towns and then using the shipping from there. Like, so we'll have 2 lines of everything: 1 line of freight going in and out of every town, and 1 line of people moving into town. The main line of freight, firstly and foremost, is going to be food. If we can ship everything to 1 central location and then process the food there and then ship it back out, wouldn't actually be a bad thing. Once all our cars here, or our buses, or our trams, sorry, or yeah, our horse-drawn buggies, and our trains start making us money, then we'll be able to start growing. In the meantime, we've cut our surplus money in half, and as you can see here, we're losing a little bit of money here and there. Right now, our lines are still costing us money, but people are starting to wait, which is always a good sign. It's always a slow grind at the beginning. It's always a slow grind. And then later on, we'll be redesigning, redoing. One thing I sometimes will do is I'll pick a town to be my centralized hub, and I'll just do lines going from 1 town into the primary town. So for example, get people from Burton and Leek, do another line from Burton coming into Stone, another line from Leek coming into Stone, connect the 2 of them somewhere, and then bring them in. And have them going back out as well. and each line just being its own separate line thing. I haven't done anything with signals or anything like that, so we'll have to try and figure that out as we go. We can expand this, obviously, to multiple different tracks, so that's no big deal. We'll have to figure things out. Look at that. Our train is actually running 20 people. Wow. Train's actually doing really, really well. It's actually at 25% capacity. One of our vehicles is already making money. One of our lines. There we go. Line number 2, which is our primary line here in Stone, is now officially making us money. It's made us in the last 8 months $349. It's paid off its debt, paid off its expenses, and there we go. Oh, now it's in the hole again, which is no big deal. Once it starts paying itself off and going in the green, we're laughing. We're starting to make money. We might have to go and take out another loan just to cover up our expenditure a little bit. I like the fact that we start with loans. Like we started off with 300, basically I think it's 3 million or whatever in debt, and you had to actually get out of debt first before you even grow. I like that. I like that fact. Train's still $150,000 in debt. Line 3's got us at 9,000 in the hole. So we'll have to see how this goes. But line 2, make us money. That's going to be the end of this episode. Spacebar doesn't pause this game anymore. That's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys like it. Leave a like if you do, comment, all that stuff, and see you guys next time.